Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdi.com, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm from Santan Valley, Arizona. So I want to welcome you to my Facebook group. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, I want to welcome you as well. And if there's anything I need to clarify or anything like that, it will be down in the description or in the comments on Facebook. So I have a few things to go over with you today. And hey Marcy. Okay, so I'm going to do a fun masculine card. Masculine cards can be not hard, but they're not you know, we have so many flowers and stuff like that. So sometimes masculine cards can be a little more frustrating, or I don't even know what the right word is. So anyways, all right. So before we get to the card, I want to remind everybody that the Merry and Bright online extravaganza is going on right now. So this ends today. So you want to make sure that you know, you place your order and you don't miss out. So almost the whole annual catalog, there is some exclusions and stuff like that aren't part of it, and you can see that list on my blog so that you know. And also, like when you're entering your order in and the price isn't a sale price, then obviously you know that isn't an item. So that's one of the things I want to make sure you don't forget to do. I know I have my order is sitting in my cart. I need to make sure I've got everything I need. I always look at the cart stock and see if I'm short on anything, envelopes, stuff like that. Marcy reminded me cutting plates for the embossing machine, the big boss machine. So just things like that that you might use a lot. All right. Also, don't forget this month's ink incentive. When you order from me, if you spend $75 before tax and shipping, you will get the other very pretty champagne rhinestone basic jewels. So you will get those with your November thank you card in December, because I order them all the following first of the month that you're earning them. All right, what else do I have in my little thing to remind you? I think that's it. I have some stuff I'm going to talk about at the end, but that's all I think I wanted to talk to you about at the very beginning. So let me turn the Susan. Did I see Susan say hi? Oh, my haircut. Yes, I got my haircut. It'll be a while before I need to get it cut again. So I don't think I've ever had it this short. But anyways, okay. So let me turn the camera and we'll get started. All right, so hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get you situated. All right. All right, I'm going to look in the group, make sure that I can see that I'm in the right spot, and hopefully, if anyone has a question, I will be able to see that. All right. Oh, Jenny from the UK. I thought you said hi, Susan. Hey, girly. All right, so let me get this scooted just a little bit. Thanks, Julie. I know, I was like, I wasn't sure how Jeff would, because he's not a big fan. I forgot to turn my lights on and all my excitement. He's not a super big fan of short hair, so I was kind of like, oh, is he gonna not like it? But he liked it. So, okay. So hopefully that's a little better. I forgot to turn my lights on. All right. So what I'm going to be using today for the card, you could see some of the DSP, but let me go over it with you. So I'm going to be using In Good Taste Designer Series paper. This pack of DSP is so amazing. It's just photos of, it's just photographs of stuff. Let me open this up. I should have brought the one over that I had opened up instead of opening another one, but I use it all the time, so it's not that big of a deal to open another one. It is also what I use, if you notice, on my blog or when I post on Instagram or anything like that. I always have this paper on the background that the cards actually lay on in my photo box. So you may recognize some of them. So let me just see if we can flip through. So there's wood, there's tile, there's, it looks like carpeting, more tile. It is just this amazing. And if you are a person that does doll houses or miniatures, this paper would be a definite. You would want something like this because you can trim it down. You could put it in the inside of your dollhouse. Look how cute this would be on the wall of a dollhouse, or any of that kind of miniature stuff. So it has just got some amazing things. Now you'll probably recognize this one because this is the one I've been using recently to put underneath the cards when I take a picture of it. So it doesn't reflect in the light, like it doesn't shine too bad. So my cards, they almost look even better with that background. Okay, so I'm going to set it back there and hopefully it won't be on the floor. All right, so I used that. We are also using Tasteful Textile. And then Toby's in here. He's being a dork. Okay, and I'm using Hippo and Friends as well. So these are the pieces that I'm going to be using. So we are using gray granite. Oh, Lily, I'm glad that you want to see a masculine card. All right, so we're using gray granite. I think last week when I used it, I called it going gray. So that really aged me in regards to being a demonstrator. So I'm going on 22 years as a demonstrator. So there's been a lot of colors come and go. So anyway, but this is gray granite. And then Whisper White. Basic gray. Now basic gray, you can see I put that textile and it almost reminds me of like a canvas or in Arizona, our walls are textured when you paint them. And so that was always like different because I didn't grow up with textured walls. So it kind of reminds me of that. And then we have some of this awesome DSP, and here's the little Hippo and Friends dies. And then the stamp set I'm using is A Good Man. So my husband, Jeff, those of you that know my husband is Jeff, his 60th birthday is in December. So I thought, hey, this would be a good time to make his birthday card. So I thought I would share that with you. All right. Oh, Jackie, yeah, we do have a new kitchen counter, but it is granite. So I probably could take it from there, but I think it would have some reflections. So that's why the paper is perfect for that. All right, so this is just gray granite folded in half, and then I want to build my card a little bit before I start gluing together. So this is my little basic gray piece, and I have a piece of the DSP, and I just trimmed it down, and it has this is like concrete on the back of it, so you could use, you know, either one, but I just am going to use the tile, and I'm sticking this on here like that, and then I'm just going to trim off the overhang. You know me, I always cut it just a little bit. I have something on my scissors. Okay, I always trim it just a little bit bigger because this is a 3 3/4 by 5 piece of cardstock, so it's a little smaller. So this piece was 4 by 3. All right, then I want to take this little piece, and this is basically just the reverse of that, and I want to lay it on here just to have a little bit of something else going on my card here. Now you might recognize this layout because this is the same layout from, and excuse me using the fast fuse, I'm still using it up. I have so much adhesive. Okay, get off my finger. It's the same layout for my Christmas class this month, just because I love the look of it. So I just picked the same sizes, just changed my stamp set, changed my inks, changed my DSP, and it was a whole new card. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You find a layout that you like, use it over and over. Okay, so that is all ready to be put on the card all the way now. Because this way, if I'd have glued it first, especially when I have to trim it down, I wouldn't be able to trim it down. I also want to put on this white piece. Don't forget that. All right, so I'm going to put it on here as well. But if I'd have glued it on here first, it would have been hard to trim my edges. So I just wanted to put those pieces together first. And if you cut it without having to trim it, you could have glued it together in a different order, but all right. Then I can put it on the gray granite cardstock. And all right, so now I'll just set this aside till I'm ready for it. All right, I want to put these two pieces together because this is going to be on the inside. Let me put them together right now so I don't lose them. And I also wanted to show you how I mount a stamp set. Now I know I have showed this before, but better late than never. As long as you're here. Even the replays are fun. I just appreciate you all joining me today. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I mount these stamp sets. And I like I said, I showed you before, but I want to use this little guy. So I haven't used him yet, and I also want to use this little guy. So what I do is I peel out all my little pieces. Because what you would actually do is, if all these pieces were out, I would pop them all out usually. Let me do that. So I'm doing the right thing. So I pop them all out. And hopefully I'm not too close to the camera. I could pull it up. Let me go up just a little bit. All right, so I'm not going to mount this whole set. I just want to show you. All right, so I pull all my little pieces out. One of these, the back came off of it in my haste. So this is what I usually do when I watch TV. I sit there. Hi, Candy. I sit there and I mount my stamp sets. Okay, so I have this. Then you want to peel this backing off. And this is what we call a cling set. Photopolymer are the ones that you can see through. They both use the clear block. All right, then I stick the skeleton, or whatever you would want to call it, onto here. This way, if you use, say I had this sitting out, I'm using it or whatever, and I don't put it away, then I know when I come to this stamp set, I have a hole, I know where it goes. And then you just kind of, put them all in their little holes. Now, of course, I'd be mounting these right, and I'm not going to do this whole thing. I just want the two pieces so I can show you how I mount them. All right, so then we have our stickers. Now, the directions tell you to peel this off and lay it in the hole, but I'm a rebel, and I don't do it that way. All right, so what I do is I trim as close as I can to the image with my snips. I just go around. And when we had, before they were called cling, I did the same thing, but for a different reason. So now I do them just so that there's a little space at the edge, so you have some naked foam to release it from the block. All right, so I have that piece, and then it's your day. I also want that, so I'm just going to cut that out. So I will put all of those together later, but I do the same thing. So when I'm going to cut out it's your day, okay, then I'm going to put all these little guys in that stamp set. All right, then you have to remember to peel off the white, and that exposes that foam there. Make sure it's the right direction. Then you peel off one side only. And then let me scoot down so I can see that you can see. Make sure it's the right way. And then you lay it on your stamp. Now I leave it lay. Don't pick it up because you don't want to like bend it. And then you just lift this aside, peel off the other side, and you see I'm still leaving it on the table, and then just flop that down. And if you have to snip that little bit, just snip it, give it a rub, and then now you can lift it because it's stuck on there. And then you just peel off the sticker and your stamp is mounted. All right, so I'm going to use that one. So let me show again because I have this one. All right. I hope everybody else can hear. Brenda, I hope it's just you, Brenda. No one else has said anything, so I'm just going to assume it's you. Okay, so now I do the same thing. I have my little guy in the lounge chair. Peel off half, and then you just hover over top and lay it on. And just know if you boo-boo, it's stuck on there, no matter if you do it the right way or how I do it. I call this the right way, but so you just got to remember that when that sticker goes on there, it is on there. So I peel off the rest of it, and then peel off that side. Get my fingernails. Come on, baby. I don't have long fingernails. I like to paint them, but I don't like them to have any length to them. And I can't see. All right, there we go. So now I have these little pieces mounted. So I'm going to come over here to my block. And this block will be for that guy. And will this block fit that? That block. I'm going to get a bigger one. Just so I don't have to be too fussy. It can be big. All right, so I have my little pieces. So those are going to go on the inside. So I'm going to use the memento. And I want to put the dad relaxing on the inside of the card. And it's your day. So the camera's in the way, so I'm hoping that's going to be straight. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so let me get those out of the way. Now, I already stamped the greeting. Okay, so this can just sit aside. All right. So then these were the pieces from the hippo dies. And ahead of time, I stamped the guy, the dad, and the son. I dropped my little piece of paper. So I like to have a little piece of paper underneath when I'm coloring. This will just catch because the markers kind of soak through. You want them to do that. So this will just keep it off the wood or whatever. Okay, so let's scoot our butts down just a tad. All right, there we go. And let's start to color our dad and our son. So the colors I'm going to be using are the light going gray. And that basically is just going to go around, just so that there's a bit of a shadow line around the dad and the boy, just so that it pops off the page a little bit. So I actually could be saying Eric and Jeff. All right, so then I'm going to color the little boy. So Eric was a towhead. Now, I believe that means blonde. So that, because they used to always call Eric a little towhead. So I'm going to make this little guy, his hair is a lot darker now, but so this is just a light, soft suede. Then I'm going to take the light crumb and see how I'm just kind of tapping it on there. And then I'm taking the light So Saffron. And now he's got this little blonde hair with some dark shadows on it. All right. We also want to put a little flirty flamingo on the hands, right here by the shirt, and here by the hand. And then I'm going to take the dark petal pink and I'm going to add a little bit more, and I'm going over top of that flirty just to soften that pink a little bit. And then I will do the light, the little guy's face. There's not a whole lot of Eric's face on there. And then I just take the light and finish that up. Now, my husband has a farmer's tan, so I actually could probably put some more coloring on his skin, but that's going to be good for now. All right, so the little, so Eric's shirt, I'm assuming that they're going to want to have the same color shirts. But Eric's shirt is going to be the garden green because he's a little lad. So to me, he would have like a brighter green shirt just because he's a little kid. So there's the dark granny apple. And then the light granny apple to finish it up. And it's so funny because it's like you don't see the little guy's hands, but you see the dad's hand. You don't see the dad's head, but you see the little guy's head. Isn't that funny? All right. So there's the granny apple shirt on Eric. But for Jeff, I'm going to do green. His favorite color is green. So he's a hunter, so he likes that green. So, but I'm going to use the Old Olive. So it's still green, but it's going to be like a darker, to me it's more of a grown-up green than the bright granny apple green t-shirt. I mean, I don't know if I need to think so seriously when I make cards, but that's just my thoughts. All right, so there's the dark Old Olive and then the light Old Olive to finish it off. So see how they look so good together, because dad and son want to dress the same. And then I'm just filling that in and going over just a little bit, just to soften some of those lines. But I'm not being too particular because of the drawing even is a very sketchy drawing. So it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, then I want to put blue jeans on the guys. So I'm using light Night of Navy. So there's light Night of Navy. And I'm going to put a little bit here around the butt areas where it would be a little darker. And the pocket would be a little darker around the edge here where the t-shirt would go over. And that squiggle, right? And then I'm going to take my dark Seaside spray. And these don't necessarily truly blend together, but I still liked the look of them, so I went with it. What is this? This is dark. Dark Seaside. And then the light. And then I'll go back over it with the dark. And I'll find, where's my dark? My dark Night of Navy. So I'm just going to hit it again with the dark. And where's my... And then I'm going to do this one too. So this is my balmy blue. So this changes it as well, just a little bit. And then, where's my gray? And then my gray makes it look cool too when you have those, you know, those blue jeans that have the weird colors. Okay, so then I'm going to do his little, Eric's little shoes are going to be red, so there's a little pop of color. So I just put the little bit of light suede, and then my light red, and then just a little bit of the gray on it. So there's his cute little shoe. So there's the front. All right, and then we'll do the inside. Now I'm going to do this one quick on the inside. And you definitely want to do it before you glue it. If you do it when you glue it, it can bleed through, and you don't want that. So you want to do it now, and then if it bleeds through, you're gluing it onto the inside of the card. So it's fine. All right. So color in his legs. I probably should put some hair on his legs. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, Susan, you say no sound? I don't know. I haven't done anything. So I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully it's a Facebook thing. Because if I turn my sound up on my computer to see if it's going to be all messed up. So, but Marcy says she has sound, so I'm just going to leave it. All right, let's put some pants on the man. We're going to do Old Olive pants. Well, they're actually shorts. Old Olive shorts. So, oh, thanks, Jackie, about refreshing, because you're more tech savvy than I am for sure. All right, so then we're going to do a, where the heck is my thing? Okay, oh, wait. I'm like looking at it. Then I want to do a red t-shirt. So we're going to do a red t-shirt. I love this set. I love the sketchy. Oop, you know what? But that's a short. That's part of his shorts right there. Not his shirt. All right. I like the sketchy look of it. Because it almost is like, oh, I could draw like that. I mean, I took art in school, but I wasn't that good a drawer. My husband can draw anything. All right, and I'm just picking the light red today. I didn't get the dark one. So we're only getting 2 colors of red with using that soft suede. So we'll see how good I like it if I add any more. All right. And I could have made this just be a white t-shirt, but I didn't. I put some color on it. All right. And then his hat. Yes, Marcy, this is such a cool set. Let's do his little hat too. And match his shorts. Because the wife dressed him, so he's all matchy-matchy. How's that? Okay. We need to ground the chair. So I'm just taking my gray and I'm going to ground the chair so it's not floating. And then I'm going to take my blue, my dark seaside blue for the lawn chair. And I think that's all for him in there. Okay. But one thing I like to do when I have like insides, and I'm going to take the blue. Where's my light? Dark seaside. I want the light night. Oh, there it is. No, I'm going to use my dark balmy. So I want to take my dark balmy. Make sure it's not too dark. And I want, so it says, it's your day. And I'm just going to take my blend and I'm going to go over the your so that the your stands out more. So it's your day. So this will be Jeff's birthday card. So let's finish putting it together. So this is the inside. So see how that bled through? It looks so cool. Like, I think it looks cool when it bleeds through. It almost looks like no line coloring. I know, I need to give him some scruff on his 5 o'clock shadow and hairy legs. But anyway, so it almost looks like no line coloring on the inside. So if you really colored through and through and through and through, you would get that look. If I kept coloring it more, you would get that no line coloring on the inside. All right, so I have my inside of the card all decorated. Doesn't that look cute? And then this just looks like maybe of the deck. This is more of that paper. So he's sitting out on the deck. Maybe he'll get the hint that someday we would like a pool. We live in Arizona, but I'm a little worried about a pool where we live because we live out in the boonies. And our neighbors have a pool and they fish stuff out of it all the time. And I'm like deathly allergic to scorpions and they fish scorpions out of it. So that kind of has me going, well, maybe we don't need a pool. And then we were like, well, if we win the lottery, maybe we would build an inside pool. All right, so there is that. And then you could do the same thing. You could do your, so it matches. So that was the dark balmy. So your, and you don't have to do that, but it just kind of emphasizes like a word or two. All right, make sure I'm putting those on the right side. So I'm going to put a couple dimensionals. I had these flung all over the house, those little backs. And then stick that on here. And then you can decide if you want to use any kind of, do you like that? How's Will, Barbara? I love that picture you posted of you and him, but he was so little in his little tiny legs. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to. So this is like the Christmas card, like I said, the layout. So look at, this is the same layout. Look at that. Same layout, totally different. But see, I have some bling on here. So I'm like, well, do I want to add bling on this? So I have these beautiful iridescent pearls, and they can be kind of manly looking. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do any kind of bling. So that is undecided. But isn't that so cute? All right. So let me go over some some more business stuff. Like I said, I wanted to go over. So there's the cute little card. Here is the one that I was looking at. So they're colored pretty similar. Except they didn't do the little, UR, but pretty similar. All right. So don't forget about November's hostess code. So if you are ordering anything today with the 10% off sale and you're spending under $150, make sure you use that code. Make sure if you spend the $75 before tax and shipping, you're going to get that champagne bling in December. And I put it behind me so I didn't lose it. Also, don't forget, guys, the Country Inkers Virtual Spring Social registration has started. So you want to make sure that you start, you get your registration. You don't have to pay me yet, but at least I need to have you on the list. And then payment is due the end of December. Some of the things that you will be getting all has not been decided yet, but these cute little donkeys will be one. And the art gallery is right up there on the picking list. So we are trying to figure it out, what you'll be getting. And now you say, who's we? Who you mean? Who's we? This is who I mean. Ta-da! So I haven't even officially sent out the email yet, but Marcy and I, we are so excited. So we have joined up for Over the Border. So we will be doing classes and events together. So Marcy's in Canada. So if you are in Canada, you will register through Marcy, and if you're in the States, you'll register through me. So we'll have a private Facebook group for the events, and then we'll also have a group like this one here that goes all the time. And then whenever it's just an event, there'll be a separate one that the event will be on Zoom, and then it will stream into that group. So so I'm excited to share that. We'll send out more information on classes that we have coming up. But so Marcy's in here watching the video. So you'll have to make sure to say hi, Marcy. And if you're in Canada, make sure you get in touch with Marcy. But like I said, in the email, I will be sending more in the email that it will explain it all. So I'm super excited. Marcy and I have known each other since high school. So that's what, a couple years, right? But so I'm so excited that we're going to be doing that. So she's super, super talented. So anyways, but we wanted to make sure that we let you know what's going on. But so I think that's all that I had to say. If not, like I said, I will post it into the comments or into, if you're watching on YouTube replay, I'll put it down in the description. So that should be it. I have a great Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow for my What You Making Wednesdays, and that will be a YouTube live at 2 o'clock Arizona time. So hopefully you'll follow me over there. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. And then that way, ding the little bell thing, and it will tell you when I'm going live and when I upload, so you don't miss anything. All right, enough blabbing. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Night, night.